Welcome back, fellow coders. Today I've got a hilarious yet genius Python script to share with you. Ever wanted to take a break at work without your boss noticing? Well, you're in for a treat. So here's the plan. We will use Python to move the cursor randomly every 4 seconds. This way, it looks like you're always active even when you're chilling with your favorite snacks. So let's dive into the code and see how it works in action. We will be using pyautogui library of Python for this task. So let's head over to VS Code. Okay, so I have VS Code open here. Our main line will be pyautogui.moveTo. So let me type it up. So this is the main line we will use for our code. As you can see, it's underlined by yellow. It means that this library is not installed. It's very simple. Install library. Open up command prompt and then you type pip install and the library name. Click on enter and it should start installing it. Okay, so it has installed. Let me close the window. Head over back to VS Code. Now let's import pyautogui first. So we type import pyautogui. Right, so move to option takes in 3 arguments, that is x, y as in coordinates of the screen, and the third argument we have is the duration, which means how long the movement will be. So let's test our line to see if our mouse is able to move. So let's type 5 for x coordinate, 10 for y coordinate, and for arbitrary duration we will just type 0.5 as duration. Click on run and you can see our mouse moved. It is here and now it has moved there. So let's test this again in case you have not seen it. So click on run cell and you can see our mouse right now is here, which means the code works. Next thing we need to do is make our screen coordinates random each time and replace x and y with those variables. So we will use random library for this task. Let's import it along with the time library, which we will need later to add a time delay in moving the mouse. So we import random library and we also import time. Alright, so we will use pyautogui.size to grab screen size, which includes width and height, and save them in individual variables. So let's do that. So if we check this here and run this, this gives us a tuple with width and height. What we can do is we can put this equal to 2 variables, and what it will automatically do is unpack the width into its own variable and height into its own variable. So let's do that. Okay, and if I print both these variables, we should be able to see that each variable has the correct value, which is width and the height. Right, now we need to calculate random coordinates using random library. So the values here, this 5 and 10, we need to make this random. So we can use random.randint. Let me add it here, random.randint. Right, so if we open it up, it takes a and b both as integers. So it takes starting value and ending value and it pulls out any random integer between those two values. So it says random integer in range a, b, including both endpoints. So we want the range to be within the screen size, which we stored in screen width and height. So let's add 0 here, and in one variable we will say screen width. So let's just put this equal to x, and for y we do the same thing. We just replace screen width with screen height. Alright, so let's print x and y, and now we have two values, two random values, 1004 and 515. Keep in mind that these values will be in between 0 and the height and width we calculated. So from 0 to 1920 and from 0 to 1080. It will not be 1081, which is out of the screen. We will also need a while true statement, so it continues to run, and we also need to add some sleep time. So let me clean this up a bit and let's finalize the code. So let's create a function. Let's call it move_cursor. Let's also add these two values within the function. And now let's add the actual command that will move the mouse. This is line here. And here we will replace 5 with x, 10 with y. And for duration, let's just keep it at 0.4. So we can see the actual mouse moving as well. Because our function is complete. Now let's add this here. This basically checks if the code being called is the main code or it is being called from another module. So let's add a while true here. So this will make sure that the code continues to run unless you crash it. So we add the function here, that is move_cursor. And here we will add time.sleep. And this takes in an integer value in seconds. So if we type 4 here, it will be 4 seconds. If we type 5 here, it will be 5 seconds. 5 seconds is fine. Let's do a bit more cleanup. Alright, looks good. Let me clean this up here as well. And let's run our code. Okay, the code seems to be working. Let's just keep an eye out for our mouse. It should move every 5 seconds. As you can see, the mouse keeps on moving, which is great. So let me interrupt this. I'm going to cancel the code. Yeah, it's going to keep on moving until the code crashes. So I'm going to click on restart. And there you have it. A simple yet effective way to keep your boss guessing. If you enjoyed this cheeky Python script, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more coding fun, and hit that notification bell so you won't miss any sneaky tech tips. Let me know in the comments if you got any other clever ideas to share, or if you have ever tried something similar at work. Until next time, happy coding.